if we're looking at people investing in South Africa and South African SMEs starting up and going global themselves, do you think the development of the BRICS Bank and our relationship with countries like Brazil and Russia, India and China will bolster us? Are we able to lean on them for support?
I think, look, South Africa playing its part in BRICS and the BRICS Bank, I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing that South Africa is represented on a global stage, whatever that stage may be. So I think generally it's a very positive thing. From an SME perspective, I'm not so sure. I think, again, if you talk to the South African SME Association and talk to their members, which we support, and they're fantastic groups of people and hundreds of SMEs who are involved with them, I think they're looking for real tangible support. And when you ask them, what does that tangible support look like? It is the things I've already mentioned, which is, help us to understand, how do I take my fantastically successful domestic product global? How do I do it? How do I find customers? How do I make sure I get paid? How do I market my product? What paperwork is required? What's the customs regulations like? How do I move it? Do I move it by air, sea, road? How do you move it? So I think they're looking for very tangible knowledge around how do I connect in with the rest of the world. I think this sort of, the world is a much smaller place now, and there's a fantastic example of this. There's a lady in Ethiopia, as an example, who some 10 years ago worked out that taking the discarded vehicle tyres, and using them to make soles of shoes, and she called her company Soul Rebels, and she also has she's also designs very nice looking shoes, but to the point, she was selling that very successfully domestically, and it wasn't until she sort of connected with DHL that she identified that actually there's an opportunity to take this product globally. And I think brand Africa is a very exciting and somewhat sexy subject at the moment. So people in America, people in Europe, people in Asia are attracted by the sort of mystique of brand Africa. And she now employs something like 40 odd people, and went from one person to 40 and does hundreds of shoes every single month now to America. So I think that story is replicated times 100 in almost every market we go to, where there's companies who have very, very successful domestic businesses, and great. Again, I repeat, Africa's entrepreneurialism is second to none. So they're very creative, very good at identifying how to create niche products. What they're looking for is that support, tangible support on how to take their business and make it more sustainable. A lot of SMEs go to the wall every year because they fiscally just can't afford to keep going.
Yeah.
And I think what our research has shown, along with many others, I hasten to add, but our research has shown, the more globally connected they are, the more likely they are to be long-term successful and sustainable.